Hello, and it's been 4 whole months since I did a proper guitar build video, and last time I even did a video telling you why I haven't bothered doing a video. But now, it's finally here, so to start off with, I'm going to show you what I've been up to and carry on from where I left off. Now because I filmed this video retrospectively, I'll warn you just to ignore the bits where a random guitar appears on your screen and I'm telling you that it's the Les Paul that I was building last time, but just imagine they are. At this point, I wanted to level the frets. However, the nut was in the way. I now had to take it out because it shouldn't have been put in by this stage. I used a piece of wood the width of the nut and then banged it out with a hammer. This has damaged the nut, yet I believe it is still usable. However, all of the fretboard has been chipped as well. To continue with the fret levelling, I coloured in the tops of all of the frets with a permanent marker. I could then take a spirit level with some sandpaper on it and run it over the frets. This makes the frets uniform in height, however they are now extremely flat spotted. So for the next stage, I took a standard metal file and using my grinder, I ground one of the edges to make it perfectly smooth. This way, I could run it along the frets without damaging the fretboard. However, the file wasn't sharp enough, so the frets were far too flat. I had to remove the fretboard and start again from scratch. Well, I have the neck at this stage, and I'll show you in the next video how I get it there. Here's some of the wood that I used for my last fretboard. You can see that it looks quite nice and blends in with the style of guitar. However, the wood is much too grainy for this, and I believe this has caused some of the main problems. Now, a tour of my workshop. Woo! To start outside, there is the garden bench that you're all used to seeing. Then when you walk through the door, you see a table on the left that has nothing on it because the roof always leaks onto it. Then under this table here I have a small collection of hardwood, however most of it is being used up. In this cupboard here I have some Titebond glue, and my collection of router bits, a very important thing. This is my most important piece of machinery, my router table. It can flatten large pieces of wood, and can even cut particular angles like on the headstock. This cheap drill was given to me, and is quite useful, however is a bit too small. The main point of this video, as you have a look round my shop, is that a YouTuber called Elms1894 made his Les Paul with only a few tools like a handsaw and a router. I have all of these tools that are clearly terrible and not needed. Yet Elms, link in the description, still has to buy all his fret tools from Stuart MacDonald, a highly expensive and unneeded thing. Because of the ridiculous prices, I have made my own jigs that make it possible to do fretwork without buying any tools from Stuart MacDonald. The only thing I do buy is the fret wire, which you can get from eBay and many other places. I made a homemade fret wire bender out of some old scooter bearings. It's actually a lot easier to get the right radius than people think. I screw this onto my router table, which routes parallel to the workpiece, which cuts the perfect headstock angle on all of my Les Paul style guitars. Here's my homemade fret box, which is the width of the neck so it clamps in tightly, and then it has some standard slots cut in it with some wood screwed on to make it perfectly square. I then took 2 junior hacksaw blades and ground them down to 23 thousandths of an inch. This one has a bit of wood stuck to it to get the perfect depth. Here's what the Les Paul looks like with no fretboard. I like the colour of the wood where the fretboard would be. That's why I tried this beech. This is far too expensive and could make 2 whole necks, so in the end I settled for this oak. It's a good material and should work great. Thank you for watching. Please share, comment and subscribe, and the next video will be up pretty soon.